Hey folks, Greg here, and today we're going to unbox and review a Dragonflight Collector's Edition, but I think they call this the Dragonflight Epic Edition Collector Set. So I think Collector's Edition has been thrown out the window. Either that or I'm completely wrong. Anyway, let's open this thing up and take a look. So this is for the new expansion Dragonflight. I'm really excited about it. The Dragonflight mechanic seems really cool. I'm so glad there's no more power mechanics in that game. It'll be a permanent edition, hopefully. And here we have the box. And similar to the Shadowlands Collector's Edition, it has like a nice foil shimmer to it, which is kind of fun. And it's absolutely beautiful artwork on the front and the back with the different dragon aspects in like a marble rock whites. And then we have, of course, the World of Warcraft and some of the, like a rainbow glitter foil. Looks really nice. How does this open? These usually are slide. Oh, this one opens up. Okay. So it opens like this. Oh, look at that beautiful Warcraft logo right there, the World of Warcraft logo. I love it. The foil, the blue and the gold. That looks really nice. So the first thing you get in this is the Art of World of Warcraft Dragonflight art book. So, and let me open this up and I'll get some close-ups of this while I'm talking about it. Beautiful book. Again, they got that foil down. Everything's engraved, like it's pressed down and embossed and looks really nice. Let's move this out of the way real fast. Garbage. Is that how it's supposed to look? Yeah, interesting. It has like this texture on it. I thought like maybe the book was scratched. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like this texture and it has all these like little strings on it. And I thought it was scratched, but actually it's part of the book. Looks beautiful, has the World of Warcraft logo on the back in gold foil. Gold foil rings. I really like their foil. And then inside, of course, is a ton of artwork and concept art of the new Dragon Isles and areas and the different leveling zones, animations, weapon concepts, forge variants. Oh, I mean, this stuff is so cool. The amount of time and effort that goes into the concept art in this game is really impressive. They have really a lot of talented artists there. Oh, the Tuskar, like a whole area of the Tuskar. Glad they're coming back. People wanted the Tuskar for a playable race for a long time. Primus, like all the different factions. Of course, this is aspects, so it's a lot of like nature and elements. So Shaman, if you play a Shaman, you're gonna like this expansion probably. The Gnolls, they have a ton of good stuff in this book. Absolutely gorgeous book. The Dragonkin, all the different tales and stuff for the new customization. It looks absolutely gorgeous. This is definitely a nice art book. So that was the art book. And that's like, that's one of the bigger things is the art book. And then you get to the smaller stuff. The Mousepad at this point, I think, is just like a running gag. They've included a Mousepad in all the older editions of World of Warcraft. It's kind of expected at this point to have a Mousepad. Like, I don't know anyone who actually uses these, but it's just a thing. They've been putting them in collector's editions forever. And this has, of course, the Dragonflight key art on it. And then we have, wow, these are very, very large. I thought they would be much smaller than that. So these are the dragon pins. And as you can see, they're bigger than silver dollars. They're pretty big pins. I'm actually surprised they're so big. I can't even put this on my lapel. It would weigh the whole thing down. But they have all 6 of the dragon aspects. These pins, they're actually kind of cool. So they have some type of, so they're metal, right? And then they have a metal pressing, then they're filled with the resin of the aspect's color. I'm actually really impressed by the quality of these pins. They actually look really, really cool. So it's been a while since I've gone over the aspects of the dragons. So if you're like new to Dragonflight or just WoW in general, you've never heard of these before, the aspects for like elder dragons, elder proto-dragons that got blessed by the Titans, which created Azeroth with like special powers and gifts because they overthrew like a big evil proto-drake. And I forget what the evil proto-drake was called. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. So anyway, each flight has a different color and a leader, and they also have an aspect they protect or guard, right? So I'll go over these again for all of you people out there. It's a good refresher before Dragonflight because each, like the Covenants and Shadowlands, each one represents a different aspect, and it's kind of interesting. So here you have Alexstrasza in red. She's like the queen of the order, and she represents life. So she's the aspect of life, she guards life, she's the queen of the order, she's the big head dragon. Her and her red Dragonflight have the ability to take and give life via their fire breath. If you know Bolivar, who's now the leader of the Death Knights, he died due to the plague that Sylvanas did at the Wrathgate. Red Dragonflight Fire brought him back to life, kind of like saved his life, but he's obviously very charred. So that's the Red Dragonflight is aspect of life with the leader of Alexstrasza. Green is Ysera, and Ysera is the guardian of the dream realm, the Emerald Dream, like that's what she does. and her green dragonflight. They guard that. They work with the Night Elves a lot. She died in Battle for Azeroth, and then she got brought back in Shadowlands, but I'm not sure if that means that she's officially back, which is kind of weird. Like, I know death means so little in this world now, it's very confusing, but so Ysera is technically dead in Shadowlands. I don't know if that means she can come back to Azeroth and everything's all good and dandy, but she is the green dragonflight. They protect the Dream, and they fight Xavius, who's the Nightmare Lord, and they work in the Emerald Dream with the Night Elves. So that's green dragonflight. So blue is interesting. Like, Kalecgos is the leader of the blue dragonflight, which protects Arcane, which represents arcane magic in the world. His leader was Malygos, and that's who I'm more familiar with. Malygos was the blue dragon in charge of guarding Arcane. He went to sleep for 1,000 years, woke up, went insane, and you actually kill him in Wrath of the Lich King. So I'm gonna guess that Kalecgos is his replacement. I know that there's not a lot of blue dragons left in the world, but the blue dragonflight is in charge of guarding the arcane magics. So Raytheon, I've also heard it pronounced Rathion. I don't know if it goes each way. Raytheon is how I say it. Raytheon is part of the black dragonflight. He is the offspring of Nefarion, who is also known as Deathwing in Cataclysm. He is the aspect of Earth. So, I mean, Deathwing has a lot, Nefarion, aka Deathwing, has like a lot of history to him, like a ton of history, but he went crazy, tried to destroy the world, as you know. Thrall shot him down with that medallion imbued with all the aspects, powers, and all that good stuff. And now Raytheon supposedly is trying to restore his black dragonflight and bring back the honor that was lost because of Deathwing. It's hazy. Like, his motivations, we're not sure if he's good or bad. Like, I don't know. Benefit of the doubt. Raytheon is trying to restore his black dragonflight. So then we have Nozdormu, and I think I'm saying that right, or Nozdormu is the aspect of time. His bronze dragonflight is his color, and they all represent here in the badges that you're seeing on screen now. He is the guardian of time, works with Chromie, makes sure that the timeline stays stagnant. He's doing a terrible job based on the events that happened at Legion with Gul'dan coming back and all that good stuff, but his order of bronze dragonflight is time. So all these dragons have different aspects. Pick which one you like the best in Dragonflight to serve or represent, similar to the Covenants in Shadowlands. For those of you who knew nothing about this, this is good for you. Now you have a little crash course history in what the Dragonflights are and who they represent. These badges look amazing though. But that's not all. Like, you also get a ton of other stuff digitally in this edition, and I always like they've been putting these things into a. Let me put this over there. Stay. They've been putting these things into a very nice envelope. It just feels very fancy. And here you have the Epic Edition code, and it comes with on a nice little card. And it comes with a quick start guide that tells you everything inside the box that you get with it digitally. So you do get a Time Walker's Hearthstone effect, a Dragonflight level character boost, that's a big one. And then you get a Drax pet and a Alexstrasza Murloc pet. Okay, those are fun. People really still like the pet battles. You also get the Diadem of the Sleepkeeper. It's a crown worn by Sindragosa. Sindragosa is the undead dragon that Arthas resurrects in the trailer. And then you get a Tangled Dreamweaver mount, which is really cool because it's the dragon's nature themed. Has like cool little leaves on its wings and stuff. And like my first character ever was a druid, so I'm a little partial to druids and hunters. It also comes with 30 days of game time, a $14.99 value. And Wings of Awakening is a backslot transmog, which includes 5 color variants, one for each of the major dragonflights. So one for each aspect you can choose. This is a really cool collector's edition. I know people have been disappointed with their collector's editions. I was a little worried because I was like, oh, it's just pins, but the pins were actually very well produced. Like, they look very nice, and I do collect pins. I have a corkboard with pins that I've collected at shows and stuff. So, I mean, bravo, like, this is a good job. So folks, that was the World of Warcraft Dragonflight Epic Collector's Edition. If you want to get one, I'll leave a link in the description below. Thank you for Blizzard for sending me one of these. I've been a lifelong player of Warcraft for 15 years, World of Warcraft, and even before that with Warcraft 1, 2, and 3. Love the world, all the good stuff. I have a Warcraft tattoo, and I'm really excited for Dragonflight. So it comes out in November. If you want the collector's edition, click the link in the description below. And hey, if you enjoyed this unboxing, consider hitting the like, subscribe, notification button. It's 3 small clicks for you, but means the world to us. For more unboxing and reviews, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.